ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Amazingly Uncanny Podcast number 25. My name is Alex Burkos, and I am here with you. We also have Jesse Lozano.
Hi.
And Madrid.
Stop stealing my sound bites. Hello, everybody.
Did you all not see that coming?
Fucking shit.
So if you don't know by now, we're going to talk about some Avengers 2. But before we get into that, we got some other comic book related stuff going on this week. First thing we're jumping off with is the last issue of Endgame, Batman. What'd you guys think?
Fat man.
The fucking cover was the shit. The whole play on the mask.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, they did have a variant cover play on the mask with Joker in it. That was pretty dope.
The whole story. Okay, fill me in. So this is
So basically, from the last couple issues, this is Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's basically penultimate battle between the Joker and Batman. The Joker has figured out a way to make himself basically invulnerable. He's used some of Ra's al Ghul's Lazarus Pit technology to kind of make himself bigger and badder, and he's infected a bunch of the Gothamites with his power to make them all crazy and shit like that in one of his Joker venoms. And basically, he needs all of his villains and hero sidekicks to kind of help him take down the Joker. And that's basically where this kicks off. They're all trying to go after him.
so
Okay.
so it goes back to like they need each other. Batman and Joker, they really do.
Yeah, they're kind of two sides of the coin. They're basically they need each other in order to make the best stories, I guess.
Yeah, because like at the end where Batman's there, Cave's coming in, and Joker pops up. Batman's like, you had to do this,
Right.
And then at the end, like when they're dying, he's pretty much saying, "I'm just gonna rest here with my friend."
Right.
But the whole time he's on the Joker, and he's like crying, "I know who you are." Who is he talking to? He says, "I know who you are," because pretty much the Joker knows this is Bruce Wayne.
Right. Yeah.
And now at the end, Bruce is holding him down, and the Joker's trying to go for the Venom, and Batman's just there, like, "I know who you are, and I'm sorry." Pretty much. What is that? Who's he talking to?
Well, he's talking to him from the death of the family that Snyder and them did earlier. Basically, where the Joker in that series was basically saying that I know who you are. I know who the Batman is. I know that your friends, that Robin and all these people that you hang out with, they're not here to help you. They're here to make you weak because they're taking your slack, basically. You are the Batman. You are the man who protects Gotham, who fucking, and us, and Joker, and the villains, we're the ones that, we're the whetstone. We're the ones that sharpen your tools by doing the things that we do, by fucking up the city. But these other people, they're not your friends, because they're making you weak. And so, basically, the end of that is Batman basically saying that he knows who the Joker is. He knows that in order for him to be Batman, there has to be an opposite.
So pretty much at the end, he literally found out that the Joker was his best friend.
In a manner of speaking, yes. I mean, he's facing his death, so I guess you come a little nostalgic at that point. But yeah, for lack of better terminology.
So instead of a woman, he picked the Joker.
I guess.
Hey, bro, it happens. He's apologizing to Joker the whole time. He's like, "I'm not letting you go to accept my apology."
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. It's like, no, you're not going anywhere.
I thought that was comical as fuck.
Like, yeah, no, that was pretty dope. But there's actually something that happened earlier, and I thought that was pretty dope.
During the fight scene with Joker and Batman?
Well, what turned out to be Dick Grayson. I want to go back to the original. Okay. So, basically what happens is Batman is going to go and try and get the serum that's inside of the Joker. And who we think is the Batman, along with all the other villains and heroes, are attacking the Joker. And at one point, there's panels where you see Batman, jumping and going and trying to attack the Joker. But what they do is, which is actually really ingenious, is they have these moments where Batman is jumping through the air, but you have silhouettes of like him jumping, like you have different poses as he goes, which is not something they've ever done with Batman previously, like with Greg Capullo. He's never done that, but they do that in the Nightwing comic books. As far as like that's something that is specific to Nightwing.
So like an Easter egg.
Before you know that this version of Batman is actually Dick Grayson. I thought that was kind of ingenious.
I thought the best part of the comic book is when Batman and Joker are in the cave fighting, and he's just stabbing him up with all these knives and he's slashing them and shit. And they show in the panel, they show Batman's back, and it's a fucking he's gashing with a smiley face and with 2 knives as eyes.
Yeah, that was pretty sick.
That was probably like the best. For me, it was the best panel of the whole book.
Right. Do you have a favorite moment? What'd you like in it?
When they died.
Yeah.
Does that mean you, bro?
No, you don't sharpen shit.
Yeah, spoiler alert, Joker and Batman do die at the end of this issue. And it seems like, I mean, obviously it's not going to be the end of Batman. He's going to come back. But as far as Snyder and Capullo's take on Batman, I think that is going to be their end as far as him and the Joker.
I also think one of the best moments is they have Alfred and his daughter.
Yeah.
And he's in the hospital and he's having a nightmare. He wakes up and then she tells him that they can restore his hand that Joker previously cut off. He's like, no, I don't need it anymore because I have nothing else. I have no one to mend or nothing to mend. Right. And it was just like, oh, fuck you, Alfred.
Yeah.
I almost cried.
So moving on then, they, in this last Free Comic Book Day, they had DC Comics release Divergence, which is their kind of counter to Convergence, which is their big storyline that's going on right now. And in it, they introduce who's going to be the new Batman or a new Batman, going forward. And he's going to be in a mech suit and that kind of thing. Any guesses on who the new Batman is going to be?
Dick Grayson.
Obvious choice, but no.
That's a hard one.
You will never guess it. I guarantee you.
The Joker.
It's not a Joker.
Catwoman. Luthor.
No. Wow, that's a good guess, but no.
Who is it?
Superman.
Jim Gordon.
Old ass Jim Gordon?
Yeah. Apparently that's why he needs a mech suit.
Mm.
Oh, they did announce that.
Yeah.
That they were going to. Yeah.
So yeah, it looks like he's going to be taking up the new panel, especially at least for the next arc, which I think will be Snyder and Capullo's last on Batman. Is their next year-long story or whatever, but this will be their last time doing Batman.
Wow,
which is a little sad.
It is. You gonna cry, Alex?
Yeah, probably. Honestly, this issue was really good, and I didn't cry or anything, but definitely when they're in that cave together and he's especially that panel where he's like, "No, I'm just gonna don't try to rescue me, just take up the stuff. I'm gonna lay here with my friend for a while." That was definitely a somber moment. I thought was pretty cool. All right, well, let's look at some more comics-related stuff before we get into the Avengers. Go back a little bit of ways. We have the release of Ben Affleck in full color.
Yeah!
It's full color, but it's just 2 basic dark colors.
Pretty much.
Gray and black.
I mean,
bro, there's 2 belts, yellow.
It looks like a stained
definitely
gray.
not yellow.
Yeah. Bro, it goes kind of with the yellow.
I mean, it looks dope, and I like they put it in full color because it looks, it's not that monotone that Batman is in, especially in the, Batman Returns and stuff like that, or not Batman Returns, but The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises. But you can actually see all the time, and it almost looks like chainmail. It looks pretty sick.
Denim.
But it's definitely reminiscent of Dark Knight Rises. Looks pretty cool. What do we got next?
We got something that's loading next.
All right, so first pictures of the Suicide Squad. What do you guys think?
It looks like your average freaking street gang.
Not really. Not at all. This is a gang that doesn't make sense. Will Smith being a bad guy? I don't know.
I just see him still crying Uncle Phil's arms.
Harley Quinn, I always thought she was going to be an extremely hot, sexy baddie. This chick kind of looks like a trailer trash chick who just kind of came up.
Watch your mouth when you talk about Margaret Robbie.
That's how she looks like.
I mean, she's hot. She's definitely hot.
But no, the way they're perceiving it's not at all how
Let's start with Harley Quinn. Well, what do you think of Harley Quinn?
As a
person, no, as on this
person.
Compared to what you know in the TV shows and in the comics.
She just looks like one big
Go back.
filtered kid, not in a good way. This looks like a girl that you for sure will be seen at a rave sucking some dick on some pills. She doesn't seem like a lunatic to me at
I
all.
don't see anything wrong with that. What rave is she gonna be at?
What do you guys think?
To me, she looks like Captain America's punk rock sister.
Okay.
Like they have her fucking red, white, and blue for some reason. I mean, there are elements of it that do look Harley Quinn, but I don't understand why they didn't just go with red and black. Why they needed to add. I mean, that's really not been her color scheme throughout the whole thing.
So do you think she's going to be like one of those annoying kids throughout the movie?
Looks like it.
Not like a... Because even Harley herself, just pushing shit, she was that cute psychopath. There's an innocence you liked. That looked like it's overboard.
Yeah, and it definitely doesn't. I mean, obviously we're not watching the movie or anything, but it just doesn't look like there's any of the backstory or anything like that in her. You know, she just looks like you said, like a
So
regular
it's
chick.
like
All I heard was in her.
and her.
What do you think, Madrid?
I'm not feeling it, man. This just looks like she's gonna be annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
Like you just want to punch her.
Well, let's go through the rest of them. First of all, Slipknot, Boomerang, and Rick Flag all look like the same person.
They're not?
They could literally be interchangeable. There's nothing distinctive or anything about either one, any of those three.
The Boomerang dude does look like
That
Tom
Captain
Hardy.
Boomerang?
Yeah.
Boomerang looked better in the Flash.
Yeah, he did.
Enchantress just looks like she got out of the well from fucking The Ring.
She's gone, bro. Leave her alone.
El Diablo looks like a fucking cholo in a prison cell.
Well, that's the thing is, you know, the guy who's playing him, Jay Hernandez, he was...
Hernandez.
You know, he's very known for a lot of those like Mexican pre-made movies
Yeah.
that are Netflix and shit like that. I'm not saying he's a typecast because I've never really seen him play a cholo, but like I've seen some of the photos and stuff like that, and just kind of how he looks. It looks like a dude, an essay from the '90s
Yeah.
that's dead. It's a zombie,
Yeah, it does look it's very zombified.
and that's why I'm like, okay.
Deadshot, I would say, is the only one who looks halfway decent, especially when they showed him in the mask. Like, that mask is pretty dope. I prefer, you know, the straight silver mask with the, you know, the tried and true silver mask with the red eye, but the mask that they had on him looks pretty sick.
You weren't feeling a Killer Croc?
Killer Croc looks like the Thing fucked an alligator. Mixed with fucking that dude from, fucking, yep.
Spider-Man.
No, Sin City.
Oh,
Merv or whatever.
Yeah, Marv. Yeah, Marv.
Question. This is Sergio speaking, by the way.
Gotta put his
When this
fucking
picture-
name in there.
When they
Nobody asked.
When they first released this picture, or when Will Smith first released it on Facebook, there was comments that his eyes on the
It is
it's
on
on
the
the wrong
wrong
side. But,
But
could
it
it
could
be
be,
the
yeah.
photo? It's
Yeah, it
just-
could be the photo, but typically it is on the right eye.
That's what I thought too.
What would be on the right eye?
That's why they should have brought in the character from Arrow. He
And it
was
almost
the
looks
right
like he has
one.
like a respirator on. Like when you look at the mouth section,
It kind of looks like a jockstrap.
sort of.
a
Yeah.
little bit.
What do you know about jock straps? You weren't.
You used to smell them, bro.
You ain't got a dick.
You used to sneak in.
You ain't got dick. You were in a jock, you ain't got dick. Fuck.
You used to smell. You used to sneak in after the games.
Who is the other? Oh yeah, Katana. I think Katana. from
That's
the
a
neck
chick?
up, she looks good because she has the mask and everything. I don't know why the fuck she's wearing that biker.
She looks like a horrible anime character.
She does.
Who's playing Katana?
I don't know.
The
Some
girl
Asian
from-
chick.
Looks all Lucy.
So what do you think about this cast? Do you think they're just kind of throwing it because, you know, they're not showing the Joker yet?
Well, they have
Joker-
shown the Joker.
They saying that that's not
No,
a real photo.
yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
not
it's
him.
not.
They're saying that it's not a real photo.
Well, it's probably because everybody was like, "What
Greg
the
Capullo
fuck is
had
this?"
tweeted. It was like a little Q&A on Twitter, and he had mentioned that it was like it was just like a fake or whatever. That something about it was a real picture should be coming soon.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be. I don't mind that the Joker has tattoos,
I thought it was pretty
but those
badass.
tattoos are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, it's just all comic book art. Like, why would he have his own comic book art tattooed on him? It makes no sense.
Like a fanboy trying too hard.
Yeah.
Or a green fanboy.
So, yeah, I seriously do hope that that is a fake.
What is Greg Capullo's take on all this, like this whole world, like coming into the movie and stuff like that?
I don't know. Apparently Sergio has one, huh?
I didn't really read too much into it, but I just read that part of the Q&As that he had on Twitter. He actually didn't chime in much on it.
No?
No.
Well, I guess we'll move on.
Somebody had asked him about the Joker, and he was like, "Well, yeah, I don't think that's gonna be the picture." But Haha, joke's on you.
Well, you know, like one thing that they did talk about, which barely hit waves this week, was Ben Affleck as Batman's going to be in here.
Give me what?
He's going to be in the flick.
Oh yeah, he's doing a cameo.
Yeah, so we got that. I think even
as Joker will potentially be doing a cameo in.
Oh, in Dawn of Justice.
Dawn of Justice.
Really, I didn't hear that one.
Yeah. I thought I heard that too.
I heard. I don't know if it's true or not.
Well, that makes sense because I even heard that Calvin dude is going to be in this too.
In the Superman?
Yeah, Superman.
We always forget Superman's name. He's not Superman.
Calvin.
He looks like a Calvin Klein model, so he's going to stick with Calvin.
Henry
Cavill. Yeah.
There you go, Calvin.
Calvin. Yeah, his name's Calvin.
Which I mean, doesn't really make any sense because if they're in it, then why have the fucking Suicide Squad? Why couldn't Batman and Superman just mop up whoever they're fighting? Anyway, let's pull up the Casey Jones photo.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
So we got the new TMNT. Apparently started taping, started recording, started filming. That's the word I'm looking for.
God, I hate the fucking internet, man. There's so much leaks going out.
Yeah.
Like from the tip of your penis?
That too. Go ahead. Sorry.
But yeah, so we got that filming, and then we got our first. Obviously, Stephen Amell. He's gonna play Casey Jones, which I think is a good choice. What do you guys think of this look for him?
I think they're reaching way too hard.
Yeah, it looks like, you guys ever seen the Goosebumps movies back in the day?
Yeah.
The Haunted Mask?
Yeah.
It looks sort of like that.
Yeah, it's the mask that's not doing it
Yeah,
for me.
it's just like rubber and booty.
No, not even that. It looks like one of those pinball masks that you'd be using actually. Or not pinball, fucking paintball.
Paintball mask.
Yeah, but it just doesn't make to the aesthetic of Casey Jones, because Casey Jones is basically, he uses the shit that he can find around, and that looks like a professionally made mask. You know what I mean? He's a guy who would use just a regular hockey mask. He would use a hockey stick. He used a baseball bat.
Yeah, because that's his thing.
He just shit that he can find. You know, he's not going to go out and make his own shit. And I think that's why
he's a vigilante on a budget.
Yeah, exactly. He ain't no Batman. He ain't no.
Let me ask you guys a question though. Is this something you guys would expect from Michael Bay and co?
Well, I look at Michael Bay. I doubt he's just an executive producer on here. Does he have some things? Yes, but I think people are relying on Bay too much that they're always think outside the box because I don't think Bay's doing this.
Well, I don't see Michael Bay in it only because he's not transforming into anything.
Where's the explosion?
There's not a giant aerial shot, so doesn't really seem that way to me. What's up next, Serge?
I think you said those aerial shots of Bad Boys 3.
Yeah.
I love Bad Boy series.
Oh, yeah.
He could touch those all day.
You can touch me all day.
Well, we didn't even talk about with TMNT with what's his name, Medea.
Oh,
Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry. What is he gonna be on?
Is it be Baxter?
Dr. Baxter or whatever.
Stockman or whatever?
Oh yeah. What do you?
I don't know. It's just weird to see him of all people in the world who's going to come out.
I don't know.
Well, he came out as a woman.
Wasn't he in another superhero movie recently though?
He was on like Alex
Alex
Cross
Cross
and shit like that. It wasn't a superhero movie.
No, but he was on one of them, wasn't he? No.
That's my knowledge.
No, not that I know.
Oh well.
That's just weird to me.
Is this the last thing already? Alright, well, looks like we got a trailer to watch. This new Simon Pegg's new movie. Apparently it'll be Robin Williams' last movie.
Voiceover movie.
Power invested in me by the Intergalactic Council. I hereby pronounce it.
See, when it first starts, it kind of gives me a thing of an At World's End. Another alien movie for Simon Pegg.
Well, Simon Pegg's always big conspiracy and out there. Makes it funny.
Well, this whole Parliament makes me think of, like, Green Lantern.
Yeah.
I don't know. Someone empowered me with shit like that. I'd be going ape shit.
Oh, it's easy. I'll be able to see Catherine from downstairs.
Boobs.
Ooh, Kate Beckinsale.
I love Kate Beckinsale.
Get dressed on me. All I have to do is wave my hand. Dennis, be able to speak. What? Biscuit? Please, please, please. Nothing else matters. I wouldn't mind shagging your leg right now. I could solve
So Robin Williams the dog.
If you thought this thing through, dog mask, please help.
Little poo legs.
It leaves tracks.
It's clear he has no idea of doing any good whatsoever. Let me have a really great body. I'm pretty big. Ow! Not that big! Obviously!
Don't we all wish?
Yeah.
Red body, big dick.
Everyone who died
Go with his
Johnny
chest.
Parker.
Oh!
I wouldn't die ever! Are you crazy? Maybe President of the United States.
Your earth-breathing papers for Syria, the deficit, Israel in the Middle East.
So there's a lot of big names in it.
Yeah.
Monty Python team.
Just pretend to be a dumb animal again. I love you, Neil! Shut up, Dennis! You're a great man.
Is that Buddy?
So that was the trailer for absolutely anything. Some Peg's new movie. What do you guys think?
I think it'd be freaking hilarious. Just with these outtakes right here, whatever the hell they're called.
Trailer?
Trailer.
They don't ever
use
do wrong.
proper words around here.
They always have chuckles. They always have a good movie. I think like the weakest movie out of all their shit was that
Fat Boy Run or whatever.
No, that wasn't their production or his like thing. It's pretty much what you call it, that World's End or whatever. That was probably like the weakest out of their whole series of different movies they did.
But Rolls End was
Yeah.
pretty good though.
No, but I'm saying that was the weakest
Okay.
out of all of them. It was no Paul. It was
No.
no Shaun of the Dead or whatever.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I don't know. It looks pretty good. It seems to me like it's kind of Bruce Almighty-ish, but
Yeah, that's what I got from it.
But it's not with God. It's with
But-
aliens. The real God.
Who's the real guy, Jesse?
Morgan Freeman.
Dabanaki. Another story we're not going to get
The
into.
reptilians, bro.
Oh, they're here, bro. They're probably eating my soul from you right now.
They're eating my ass right now. I was playing reptilians.
No, that's
My name's Jesse Lozano.
and Madrid's not here for the next podcast. We got anything else, Serge?
Looks like that's it.
I don't think I am here for the rest of this podcast. So what's going on next, fellas?
Avengers 2, I suppose.
Oh yeah, Avengers 2. Oh, I'm still here for a little bit longer.
So what did you guys think?
Fucking
Avengers
epic.
2.
It was pretty damn epic.
As my co-host says on his little show, it was a nerd on.
So let's, I guess, start with the beginning. The first kind of fight scene, they all end up in Scoville, Dania, or whatever the fuck the name of that city was.
Is that an STD?
Which
They're fighting
I heard was-
Hydra agents, right?
right, which I'd heard played right off because I'm not current with
Sure.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I guess drew right off of that because in the last episode of the series, basically they had found that compound and were like, well, we need the Avengers now or whatever. So it kind of pulls right off of that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought so too. But as far as that first fight scene, that first sequence, you get to meet the twins, as they call them. What did you guys think of that?
Oh man, Princess. That's all I gotta say about her. Best Olsen twin, obviously doing a good acting job as Scarlet Witch.
Because she's not a cokehead and she shows naked bodies. And on Oh Boy, she fucked her dad.
Yeah,
She's also not one of the twins.
You know what we mean.
she's not one of the twins playing a twin.
What?
She was a twin. Fuck you. Concur. Wiggles. No, I think how it opened up, effects, people are always trying to push the visual effects. Mike Bay's one of those guys. He does phenomenal. Now we saw this, and actually, it went really well. Like,
Yeah.
everything. Like that. I remember you talked about it before, in the trailers before, where it was kind of like that comic book scene where they're all going after and charging face to face. That looked pretty dope.
Yeah. Yeah, the opening, and I like that there was no kind of like, well, we need to assemble, we need to bring everybody in. It was just straight action right out the gate.
Yeah, they start showing like more of a family connection between all of them. You know, they're laughing together, they're partying together, then they're fighting amongst each other as well, like we do here every day on this lunchtime.
No, I think just the whole storyline and everything that kind of went on, I think it took cinema to a next level.
Yeah.
Because it really did work well, and it's like they identified everybody and their position, and it really grew this whole different type of niche that could be coming.
Yeah,
Because I think this was the closure we were all looking for in characters.
I agree. And I thought another thing that the opening sequence did really well was it brought a lot of action and also a lot of humor as far as like, and which is something that Joss Whedon does really well. with you're fighting and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden you have Captain America who's like language, and then fucking that puts that joke into there, and then you have Baron von Strucker who's telling his men, "We're never gonna surrender. We're gonna fight to the last man." And he's like, "All right, I'm gonna go surrender," and then figure this shit out. Which also get like I said, the introduction into the Maximoff twins, who they cannot call mutants, so they call them enhanced people, I suppose. Next big thing in the movie, you get basically a party. Well, Tony Stark and Mark Ruffalo are going to try and make an AI.
Bruce Banner and Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Okay.
Them two,
What did I say?
Mark Ruffalo and Star.
Now they were doing.
I was gonna say Star Trek.
They're doing it off of the one.
Well,
of
that was I kept calling him Mark Ruffalo because when they did that goddamn lullaby, that's all I could think. Because she was like, fucking, the sun's getting real low. And as soon as she said that, I'm like, the sun's getting real low. It's time to see Mark Ruffalo. But anyway, so yeah, Bruce Banner and Tony Stark want to make basically a suit of armor around the world. They want to make Ultron. So they start using the Infinity Stones inside of the scepter to do that. What did you guys think of that? And then subsequently the party afterward and stuff like that.
I think with the party was pretty cool because you got to see some cameos and all that good stuff. You saw Falcon, and it's like, all right, cool, everybody having a good time. They talked about Pepper not being there, and she was out doing her own thing, and you saw them actually just winding down. It wasn't, we're not at each other's face, we're not trying to figure each other out. No, we're just sitting there, and then you see that rapport between Thor and Tony, who had the better woman.
Right.
And they showed a lot of ego there, which was funny. I think that was a sense I really liked because they were just kind of just like, hey, we're just fucking chilling. It's party time.
Yeah, well, you see, because so often in the comic books and in the movies and stuff, you see a lot of the action and a lot of the, fight and stuff like that, but you don't get to see the aftermath. You don't get to see what happens afterward. I thought that was pretty cool that they actually do that. And then you get, where they're all trying to pick up Thor's hammer and stuff like that, which I thought was a cool scene, and obviously, sets up for later and stuff like that. But nobody can really move it except for Captain America, who moves it a little bit.
Moves it a little bit.
And you can actually see, which I thought was cool, you get to see, Thor, who's kind of, a little worried.
Yeah.
That he's going to be able to pick it up.
They did bring that to light. I liked it.
What happened after that?
Well, we think Jarvis gets his ass kicked.
Yeah. Okay, so then we meet Ultron, who I thought they did really well. I mean, apart from the missing mythology, as far as him actually creating him and stuff like that, but I thought they made him very well into the universe.
I don't know. I think he was a little bit too comical at times. With his one-liners.
Yeah, I'd agree, but I think James Spader did a really good job at kind of keeping it serious, and I think he's really good at doing that, because while he did have quips and stuff like that, he was still very much, a bad guy and stuff like that, which I thought was kind of interesting.
I found myself rooting for him after a while.
Yeah.
I was like, kick their ass, Ultron!
Especially when they're in that boat, and he's like, and Tony Stark's like, tell me what you're going to do, whatever. He's like, well, I was just about to tell you my evil plan, and then he starts kicking his ass. Because he's like, I'm not gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. That was kind of interesting.
I liked it.
Scarlet Witch was looking sexy as ever, per usual.
What did you think of her powers in it? Because I kind of
Did I say Scarlet Witch?
changed them a little bit. Yeah.
I'm gonna say Black Widow, but yeah, she on fleek too. They did change her. She had chaos magic originally, right?
Yeah, she just came out as she kind of change probabilities and how things work out usually in the comic books, which would make it hard to do in
They did a little bit of that with the brain shit she did. It did alter them and everyone, which really helped out Thor without her even knowing.
And I also thought the nightmare sequences with everybody were interesting. I mean, they kind of slowed the movie down a little bit, but you get the backgrounds, especially with Scarlet Witch, with that chick you were talking about.
Widow.
Yeah, I thought her backstory was kind of cool, the way they did, her training and stuff like that.
She was kind of heartbreaking.
Yeah, especially later on when they have the intimate talks, her and Banner. But I like Hawkeye's part. He was like, nope. Been hypnotized before, or mind controlled before.
Well, so what did you think of their relationship?
Whose? Widows and Hawkeye.
Yeah, Widow and
Banner.
Banner. Yeah,
Who didn't see it coming?
me.
Really?
Really?
You didn't see that coming?
You know, I saw more.
Aside from like the beginning of this movie, no.
I saw more of her leaning towards Cap because, like, with Winter Soldier, they were getting more close and stuff like that. She kept hinting that he needs a girlfriend.
Yeah, see, I didn't see, and honestly, I think the only reason they really did it is so that he would leave at the end.
I always just kind of looked at it as Hulk is the strongest alpha. As bad as that hurts me to say, because I don't think he is, but he really is.
Yeah, I mean when he's the Hulk, but not when he's Banner.
Banner is the intelligence that everybody wants. Hulk is the beast that everybody wants.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the commitment and the fucking balls to go along with it.
That's every man in the world, sir.
Well, but what I'm saying is that Tony Stark
Still
has
haven't
that
kissed a
and
girl.
has the intelligence.
Flashback to PCC or Amazing Con when Alex couldn't do the interview with Greg Capullo.
He did it.
He did it though.
The fuck's talking to you?
Bro, this love me.
No, but I really did see that, like, I don't know, like, especially, like, right when it started, when she went to go talk to him, kind of meddled him down. And you think about all those little fucking stupid memes on Facebook, a real woman contain her man, and you see him as the Hulk and just go, I was like, that would actually be pretty cool. And then boom, you see in the fucking movie, I'm like, no, okay.
Oh, you think she wanted some of that green dick though?
Everybody wants some of that green dick. I want
Yeah,
Hulk
bro.
load. I want to see how it looks.
It's all gamma ray splooging.
That's the real guy that'll fucking pop those ovaries.
But, you know, it could be like a pool. I don't know. But I think that relationship went really well. Well, his semen would, like, fill up a pool. I don't know.
No, we got it.
Yeah, we got it. You want to swim in this pool of semen? Yeah,
You guys don't?
a little bit.
Alex?
I'm good.
Are you sure?
I don't need
You
a
get some
gamma ray
gamma.
pool.
Would you put your toes in it?
Dip my toe in.
No, I think it went really cool. I like that relationship. It really did feel at home because I think at the end of the day too is we all feel like we're monsters.
Yeah,
We-
I like. Oh, good.
oh, you know, like we do feel like monsters. You know, I don't know how many people in this world that doesn't wake up every day and says I'm the hero. Nobody does it. But
Yeah.
look at all my wrongs I've done.
Yeah.
But I think they kind of went overboard in the sense that, like, when you have a lot of the stuff that they did early on in the movie and in the midway of the movie, when you have the relationship between Black Widow and Banner, when you have Hawkeye going, you know, seeing his family and stuff like that, and, like, telling his wife this is going to be the last mission and all that kind of stuff. When you have Tony Stark, who's, like, wanted to hang it up and all that kind of stuff, it feels like a lot of the story in the movie was just setting up a new Avengers lineup to where everybody else has got to leave. Tony Stark's got to leave. Thor's got to leave. You know, Hulk's got to leave. Hawkeye's got to leave in order to bring in these new Avengers.
Either that or
Yeah.
start the new movies.
But I just think that a lot of the story is not necessarily story driven. It's not there for the fact of being the story. It's there primarily to make an end for these characters.
Kind of like a jump off for the other ones.
Right.
Which they kind of always done.
True, and I think I even put that down on my notes. Is I think that this movie, like when you look at it in and of itself, it was great. But when you look at it as Marvel's overall plan, it's kind of the rising action of what they've been doing. You know, you have the introductions in. If you look at it in like the the storyboard sense, where you have an introduction, rising action, climax, falling action, you have the individual movies are kind of the introduction to the story. It's everybody's you get to know the characters, stuff like that. The two Avengers movies so far have kind of been that rising action where you learn about Thanos, you learn about the bigger world, and we're right now after that movie, we're kind of at that tipping point where the climax of the overall story is about to come.
Yeah, and I think that's something even Ultron said. You know, like when they were actually talking to what's his name, Jarvis. What was his name?
Vision.
Yeah, when he was talking about to them that there is that one. The Avengers was in Ultron's way, but there was something else or someone else.
Right.
Let's talk about Thanos. And I thought that was a pretty cool tie-in because it's like, hey, there's other people probably not here that knows that is such a big issue that they need to handle.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
I honestly think Avengers 2 should have been Avengers 1.
What do you mean?
All the backstory to each character individually, they didn't have it in the first one.
I don't think they had time.
Yeah.
Well, not even that, but they introduced them in their own separate movies.
Well, like I think it's talking more like Widow and Hawkeye.
Like this would have been the perfect Avengers 1.
Widow and Hawkeye They never got no shine. They don't even have their own movies. They're just background fillers. I don't know how well they would do in their own movies.
I think
Maybe
they-
Widow.
If they did do a movie, it'd have to be a collaboration because even the movie it shows that they have history together. You know, between Widow and Hawkeye, you know, the baby, you know, she's like, "Oh, you're gonna name this one after me, right?" With Hawkeye's wife. So I think with those two doing their own movie, maybe a back one or just a future one, like, you know, present day one, I think it would work out great. Maybe them searching for Banner or doing some shit for Shield, you know, side Shield missions because they are agents technically.
but I don't think they're gonna do anything. Honestly, I think that's pretty much the end of Hawkeye. Like, it looked like he was done. I don't know that they're gonna bring him back.
No, I think they are. I
It's
think
he called Black Widow a slut.
him and fucking.
They called a fictional
Captain America.
character.
That
You
was
can't fool
fucking
Captain America off the
bullshit.
films.
I don't. People take things out of context.
Yeah, that's retarded. But
She's a slut.
he was wasn't he back on? He was on a talk show. The guy who plays Hawkeye, and he reiterated that. And he was like, "Yeah, you know, whatever. She's a slut."
Oh, that dude's always been ballsy. It's not like he's gonna be one of those guys like, hey, publicly, hey, I'm sorry. This not like, fuck you.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk about that because I can talk about that for fucking ever. That shit pissed me off. But anyway, so let's talk about Quicksilver. We've now had two different Quicksilvers. We got the X-Men Quicksilver and we have the Avengers Quicksilver. Which one did you prefer?
I prefer the X-Men
X-Men.
Quicksilver.
Really? Why?
My mom used to date a guy who could bend metal.
That was a good reference.
Just the way he kind of held himself. It wasn't. He was just curious.
Yeah.
It wasn't a power. It wasn't I'm great. This and that. He was just fuck you. I am what I am, and I can do it. I can do it better than you.
No stupid accent.
Without that accent, for sure.
Yes, but he's not American. He's Russian or whatever the fuck he is, so the accent's appropriate.
He perfected over the years, bro.
But I don't know. I think he seemed a little cooler, and I think they gave him a lot more shine on X-Men than they did here. That's
Well,
what
he was
I think
in.
they
He was in the. He was in the whole movie here. He was in like a 20-minute spot in X-Men.
But that, let's say like the X-Men, when they're breaking them out,
Magneto.
yeah, that whole scene where the whole collaboration where time slows down. That scene right there shits on every other
I
scene.
agree. Like I thought that scene, and honestly, that's probably the best scene in that movie.
Yeah.
That best sequence in that movie. And at the time, I thought that was fucking amazing, and I still do. Like, that is an amazing sequence. It's a really good use of that character. But after watching this movie, I look back on that, and it seems like he wasn't even, like, he could have not been in that movie, and it would have been the same. Like, take that sequence out. They could have had a different way to break out Magneto, and he could have been completely taken out of that movie, and they wouldn't have missed a beat. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
I can see
he
that.
seems almost more like a set piece rather than a character. Whereas in this movie, he seemed like an actual character. You know, he seemed like an integral part of the story.
No, I dig that. I can see that.
Which, I mean, he pretty much was. You know, he saves Hawkass's ass. Plus that
Yeah.
little kid who couldn't run.
It's not the fact he couldn't run. He was fucking scared.
Bro, your mom left you. Deal with it.
You're still looking for your mom.
She was like, bye, get him
Dad.
the shuttle.
Well, no, that was honestly, I did kind of choke up at that point when because I didn't really see it coming that he was going to die.
Really?
I thought
Somebody was
Hawkeye
gonna
was
die.
gonna die
Yeah,
the
that
whole
was
movie.
gonna happen.
Well, I did think Hawkeye, and that's kind of
They
the
were
way they
setting
were
up
setting
for
it
that.
up, especially when you see his wife and stuff like that. But I don't know, I just didn't really see it coming. Which I guess I kind of should have because I mean Coulson dies in the first one, so I guess there was precedent for it, but it just I don't know. It had a weird moment. I didn't really see it coming. It kind of got me a little bit.
It's kind of weird that, the Olsen broad could feel all that shit, and then she just started going ape shit on everybody. I was just like, oh, shit.
Yeah, she did fucking pull off some badass shit after he died.
Yeah, she did.
She was just nice to look at.
Yeah, she was.
Something about her.
Especially
Like, even when Hawkeye was like, "This is it. Either you choose to come out and be an Avenger, but when you come out, you're an Avenger." She
Man.
fucking comes out, guns blazing, choo, 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 fucking killing all these robots and shit.
I would eat her because of that.
Oh,
just
fuck
because
yeah.
of that scene.
right after that scene.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully sweaty.
Nothing wrong with a little must.
Alex is shaking his head in disgust.
Alex is always shaking his head in this podcast.
Yeah, shaking his head agreeing with us.
So then we get to where they're trying to. What's up?
I was just saying, not to mention those dreamy dream sequences she puts everybody through.
It's true.
Which, Thor reveals all the Infinity Stones and those.
Yeah, yeah, and we basically get all the backstory of what the stones actually are, and he's going off to look for those. But
Jane.
the thing I want to talk about was when they're actually trying to save the city, and they actually make a really, really big point of we need to evacuate the city, we need to get all these people to safety. And there's probably a good 30 minutes where that's all they're talking about. Did you guys think that was a direct response to the criticism that came out of the last Superman movie? Because after the last Superman movie, everybody was like, well, he destroyed Metropolis, he killed thousands of people and didn't try to help anybody. Do you think that this was kind of a response to that?
No, I didn't even get that.
No, I didn't even catch that either. I was like, Avengers doing what they're doing, saving everybody.
Because this is the first time they did it.
What do you mean?
They're always fucking shit up. Good or bad. You had Thor fucking shit up.
Yeah, but movies. When they had the first Avengers, they were basically fighting in New York and they were trying to save people, but they didn't make as big a deal of it as they did in this movie.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean? And actually, I did go back and watch Thor recently, and they do kind of make a big deal of it in that movie when they're trying to save that city or that small town or whatever. But that's kind of integral to Thor learning how to be, a person who's worthy of holding Mjolnir or whatever. But so that kind of makes sense in that movie. But it seemed like to me they made such a big point of it in this movie about we need to save everybody, we need to get everybody out, that it seems like they were just giving a big fucking middle finger to the last Superman movie.
I didn't get that at all, but I like it.
But yeah, that's what I thought anyway. So let's talk about some fan theories real quick. You guys heard about the Loki?
You're not going to talk about the new Avengers?
What about the new Avengers?
How they ended it?
Okay, so at the end of Avengers...
they saved the world.
They save the world. Hulk decides that he needs to go off and be by himself, which I wonder if they're kind of setting up for Planet Hulk.
Yeah.
Because it seems like he just goes off into the, into hiding or whatever.
Yeah,
but it seems like he can almost go into space and, do self-exile, which I think is kind of interesting. I think they're just kind of keeping that open. But anyway, he goes off and does his thing.
Thor goes back to Asgard.
Trying to...
setting up for Thor 3.
Right.
Ragnarok or whatever.
And I think they're going to bring out an Infinity Stone in that one too, just because that's what he says he's going to look for. He's going to go try and investigate the Infinity Gem. Who else left? Hawkeye went to go fix his kitchen or whatever the hell he needed to do, whatever project around the house. Tony Stark leaves. I'm assuming because they're not going to make any more Iron Man movies, so he's basically just being like, I'm going to go do my Pepper Potts thing.
Wait, they're not making any more Iron Man?
I don't think so. I don't think he wants to make any more.
I think he does.
I've read some stuff that he doesn't want to do any. He'll do if they have Avengers, because I think he's coming back for the next Avengers, or maybe it's the one after that, because they're doing the 2-part, Infinity Wars, and I think they will have some of the original class Hulk and
Plus
Thor.
He's supposed to be in Civil War for Captain America.
Civil War, but he doesn't want to do any more regular Iron Man movies.
I can dig it.
It's not like he's doing much elsewhere.
Bro, let's come out with Sherlock Holmes 3.
Yeah, Sherlock Holmes, he's doing fucking...
No, I know there's a few things out there that's lingering, but it's not like... None of them are the magnitude of Iron Man.
But he's made 3, 4 of them?
Keep going.
How much more money do you need to pay the same character?
I would.
Yeah,
I always dig in the same well, sir.
True. We are at Nerd with Balls.
Here at Retro Mike's headquarters.
For all your retro needs.
Yeah, and Esme and all that other Damn! So, anyway. So, yeah, they go off, do their own thing. Who else dips out?
I think that's all it dips, because that's all there is.
Fucking no. Well, you have all right. So the lineup at the end where you get
because Widow.
I still can't believe how fucking.
He's talking about people that left. So
yeah, people
the only
that
one that
left.
stayed back was Captain America and Black Widow.
Yeah,
everybody else left.
Didn't Scarlet Witch stay?
No.
Well, she wasn't technically an Avenger.
Okay, that's true.
I mean,
Well, she stepped out the
when
house.
she walks out with Hawkeye, then yeah, she is.
Oh, Hawkeye's cheating on his wife.
It's alright.
Spoiler.
So, yeah, we get a new lineup. You got Falcon, you got
Vision.
War Machine, you got Vision, you got Scarlet Witch, who presumably will be the Avengers lineup in the next Avengers movie.
It's all Avengers.
And then I'm assuming some of the old ones will be back. Yeah.
Looks like they're gonna tank.
They're going to tank? You don't like that lineup?
No.
It's the Vision. Vision and Scarlet Witch alone.
No, I'm not saying that it's not. I'm just talking from a
They need to
marketing
do their own
perspective.
movie.
Together?
Yeah,
Fucking?
because you know they
Oh.
get married.
Yeah, that's what I like. The little hidden innuendo they had in there where he comes and saves her.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesse! Jesse from No Rebels. Then I was like, hey, bro, they hook up, they fuck. And he's like, in the movie? I was like, no, bro, in real life comic books.
Real life comic book.
That android fucks that chick, that mutant.
And he divorces her, too.
Yeah. But you know, and they killed off Quicksilver, who is very much against their relationship.
Yeah.
Which I thought was an interesting way to go about that. So they probably won't make that movie. But anyway.
They're gonna bring back Quicksilver like they did
Coulson. That's what I was thinking. They're getting that.
Actually, that's what a lot of people were thinking. There was big speculation on that they'll bring him back.
They're gonna cross over to DC. He's gonna go into the Lazarus pit.
Nobody watched Arrow, bro. Shut up.
Bro,
Nobody likes Arrow.
shut up.
So anyway, yeah, we got a new lineup. Seems a little weak, but
But they could always add more people, especially after Civil War.
yeah, it's
You
true.
don't think they're gonna throw, let's say, Spider-Man or someone who could hold
Yeah.
a higher base, especially with Captain America and the Widow, who are already established.
Well, plus they're going to bring in Captain Marvel. They're going to bring in.
Are they bringing Marvel? Captain Marvel?
Yeah, well, it's going to be Diane.
Keaton?
Oh, Miss Marvel?
Yeah, it's going to be Miss Marvel.
Who else do they have coming out?
Spider-Man is
Black
having his own
Panther.
movie.
They got
Panther.
you know, which you know they did reference Wakanda and stuff like that. So he'll definitely probably be in it. You know, a lot of other people. So it'll probably definitely bigger than just those Avengers. Anything else you want to talk about before we get to the fan theories?
No, fan theories.
All right. So the first one is that basically Loki wanted to lose the last Avengers movie. That basically he got caught, which he wanted to do, and then tried to do the invasion, and then lost on purpose in order to.
Become king somehow?
No, it's...
No, I read it, but it's like in order to. God, what was it? Let's see if I can find it real quick.
So Jesse, I like your hair.
Thank you. Is it me or is it just fucking really hot in here?
It's hot in here. My underboobs are sweating.
Okay, I was like, dude, why am I so sweaty?
That's why I have to sit back.
Very interesting to our listeners.
Crazy.
But anyway, so basically, to set up Thanos and stuff like that. The other one is that the Infinity Stones are spelling out Thanos.
Really?
You have the Tesseract, you have H, which hasn't been introduced yet. You have the Ether, you have the Orb, and then you have the Scepter. So,
No.
no, I don't think so.
You don't think I can do a collabo with Thanos?
Who?
Loki.
Maybe.
Loki.
Loki's gonna get his ass kicked.
Nah, they team up.
Yeah, but he's gonna get his ass kicked. Thanos is stepping on everybody in the fucking world for his agenda. You think Loki's gonna bring anything besides the pawn to him?
The whole world of Asgard backing him.
Well,
Could be. He
Asgard
is Odin right now.
Yeah, it's true. The thing that happened in this movie that kind of made me a little hesitant about the first one is that the plan behind it, now that you look at it, from Thanos doesn't really make any sense. Because you have Thanos who gives the scepter to Loki, which has okay. First of all, Thanos' whole agenda is to get all the Infinity Stones, right? He wants all of them in order to control the world, in order to impress Death and stuff like that. So he gives the scepter, which has the mind gem in it, to Loki in order to go to Earth and presumably get the Tesseract to get another Infinity Gem, which Loki then takes, but then doesn't give it to Thanos. So what was the purpose of Thanos giving Loki the scepter in order to go to Earth? You know what I mean?
No, I feel you. It's just a little out there that I haven't even thought about. No, I think writing fuck ups.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, they didn't think that far into it as they were in their creative process.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that just kind of was one of those things that made me think a little bit weird, but... Anything else we got on Old Avengers 2, or we beat this one to death?
I think we beat this one to death.
Anything
How about
else?
that one scene I was fucking with you guys?
So then, I guess to retrospect it all, where does this one fit in your top 5? Now that we've seen it.
I haven't. Are we talking about the whole Marvel cinematic, or just like this world of all these main characters and their movies?
In the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
What else were we talking about?
Yeah.
Well, because I don't know if you guys are including like Guardians and Daredevil and
That is part
Blade
of Marvel.
movies.
We're definitely
Well,
not
we originally
including
fucked that up
Galaxy
on the last one. Remember when we went, when we asked, when we were doing the last, I think it was it
Top
Avengers?
5?
Yeah, we did the top 5. We didn't go
Right.
for the whole universe. We actually just went to the strict people on the Avengers. When
Which we
originally
acknowledged.
we acknowledged later. That's why I think he was asking.
Okay, well,
So going from there, yes, Guardians of the Galaxy would be a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
All right. Well, I've never seen Guardians of the Galaxy yet,
Jesus.
because I suck at life.
what?
So this is number 1 for me. It goes this, and then Winter Soldier.
What about you, Jen?
Okay, I really plotted and thought big time about what you said. I would have to say Guardians is number 1. You really didn't put me in my place. Fuck you. I don't like that at all. I would say this would be my second. For sure, I would go for Iron Man Part 2. Yeah, fuck you. I can see you already judging.
I'm gonna throw a Blade out.
X-Men First Class.
Not a fucking Marvel movie.
It's not Marvel Cinematic.
What?
It's not made by Marvel Studios. It's made by Fox.
Fuck me.
That's what I meant. I thought we were talking about the whole.
Yeah, okay.
Marvel
Let's go
umbrella.
back. Let's go for Blade.
Also.
Which Blade?
Let's not.
Go
I have enough of your answers that I care about.
Wait, I'm not done. I'll tell you when I'm done.
7.
I would have thought you would put. First of all, go back to Blade. I would have thought you would put Trinity of the first one.
We never specified which one.
I didn't, but Trinity would have been it.
So,
But-
Jessica Biel's booty.
Not even that. It was fucking David Esquire.
Motherfucker.
Great. But no, I would probably have to stick with. I'd go with Thor, and then I'd go with Captain America Part 1 for my top 5.
Fair enough. Yeah, I still gotta say Guardians of the Galaxy probably still keeps number 1 for me.
But does the second Age of Ultron close the gap between Guardians for you and the rest of the cinematic world?
Yeah, but to me, because I think I had Avengers as my number 2, and I think it might still be there. I mean, these Avengers 1 and 2 are close. They're really close as far as how good they are. And I like them each for different reasons. And, yeah. If one of them's ahead of the other one, it's by a hair. So they're definitely 2 and 3. I think Winter Soldier would probably be 4, and then Iron Man 1. So, there it is. Got anything else to talk about, fellas?
I think you guys got some things to talk about.
I don't think Alex wants to do it.
I don't.
Let's do it, bro.
All right, what do we got?
I'm gonna take a nap.
No, you're jumping in.
Why do I jump in? I don't know these people.
So we had our 10-year high school reunion go this last Saturday.
Well, it happened. We weren't. We
No, we didn't go. You know what I mean?
Oh, wasn't
the
invited?
Avengers
You guys weren't too
movies,
cute to get in, or what?
No. It was just. I don't want to get in depth on everything and anybody. Same high school scenario. The people who thought they were like the popular kids or the cool kids still have that mentality and still want to show off to everybody. There was a prime example that I really saw. Me and Alex were going before is, we see all the photos and stuff like that. There was a lot of people that said they were going to go. There's a lot more people that didn't go. They're like, fuck that, it's kind of lame. Like, everybody we hang out with, we still hang out with, and we got them on Facebook. We're like, fuck yeah. But everybody who wasn't in their fucking circles, we really didn't see much photos and shit like that on Facebook. Like, hey, this and that. There was a lot of great fucking people that did amazing shit, but it's like, you guys weren't here still. 10 years later, you guys are still there. We had some great times growing up in high school. I loved Alex's house parties. And
I went to a couple of those.
I remember he had an anti-prom party. I helped host that a little bit, but I got there after I was done with the prom.
You went to prom?
But Madrid was at our prom.
So you was a sexy redhead.
Hey, dinner was paid for. Everything was paid for. It was a magical night, and it didn't even put out.
So, I think I sit there and look at it. You got the floozies, you got the religious chicks that still kind of contradict and try to prove they're nothing to the general world, and they're still holding on to something that's not there. And you got like the nerd kid that was always the nerd, still trying to look at everything and try to fit in. But you know what? He still has that good heart, and he never judged anybody.
He does have a good heart.
You know, when I look at all that, then you have the guy who wish he fit in, and everybody still mocks him. We're still playing the positions. You know, I'm the asshole who always talks shit. I wasn't the most popular kid. I wasn't the worst kid. I always had Alex. I had maybe a collective friends that I had at my disposal at any time. But that's the crazy thing is we still have that. You know, it's 10 years later, and pretty much all we did was say, we're going to get our act together and start fucking something different. And it's this.
Yeah.
You know, when I look at the world, is you guys are trying to impress each other. We're just trying to have a good time still. But yet again, hopefully inspire other people to do something. You know, to be okay with yourself. So, I don't know, man. I would actually dedicate this podcast to all the people that were different. To all the people that were alone, people who were sheltered, and the people that weren't the cool kids, that just wanted to be heard. This is not just us. This is a voice for everybody. Go out there, find something, keep going, and progress.
So my question is, with, let's say it's your 10 year, so your 20 year will be in another decade. Do you guys see yourselves going there?
Whoa. Hold on with that math there. Let me check that. Yeah, you're right. It'll be in another decade.
GED bitches still don't got it.
I'll say something that's really a serious goal of mine. And it's not to be cocky or confident. And I'm really speaking on everybody on our behalf. Say there is a 20 year. My goal is if we do get invited or people want us around or this and that is because we're talking shit.
Remember motherfuckers.
No, but you know the thing is, I don't want them to say, "Hey, it's an invite. They should come." No, we have to get them. I think the position where we're going at is we don't want to be one of those household names where, "Hey, they're so and so." No, it's so and so. Let's go over there. We want to be the difference. I don't want to introduce myself to people. I want people to automatically know, and I think this is a good thing. And why? It's just because somebody who thought a little different with everybody else, because we all think differently. Me and Alex don't go to 100% with each other. Me and Serge doesn't. Me and you don't. But we all have our uniqueness. Alex is more the intellectual dude who actually has his facts down and knows how to say it. Madrid's more of the creative, witty motherfucker. Jesse's just the loudmouth who tries to put himself out there. You got Sergio with all his one-liners that he jumps in. You know, there's so many. There's so many more, and that's the thing. That's why I just look at this shit where I'm like, you know what? We have the podcast. We saw the bullshit and went there. We didn't want to be there. They had one of the biggest fights of history that night, and it's
shittiest fights in history.
Oh, for sure. But the simple fact is, to relive that again, just the delusion. Why? So I really wanted to go more in on this, but Alex is over here staring at me, and you know, come on, Alex, say something.
I'm giving.
No, I'm good.
Come on, bro.
What do you want me to say?
Anything you want.
Well,
Peer pressure.
nerds and rejects and all those other people, you've officially been heard by like 3 people that listen to us.
Wait. 2.
Fair enough.
And a half. I'm pretty sure there's a midget out there somewhere listening to us.
Well, to you, 2.5.
26 subscribers on YouTube. Shout out.
Thank you, 26
We collect
subscribers.
no. With everything, not trying to be a dick. Nerd Balls Network in a week grasses 200,000 people a week and progressing.
Well, damn.
Every week. And people don't see that. We started this with just an idea. And we still ain't shit yet. But people are starting to get to know us. They want to be more part of it. And they're really on our side. That's the difference. The real world's saying, hey, come sit at our table. Compared to the illusions and all the other stuff that kind of hurt all of us. And every human in the world. Because I think we all been there. Where we wanted to sit with the cool kid. Me? I didn't. Because I'm still kicking with the cool kids in my life. I'm looking at you dead in your eye because I do mean that. And Madrid was sneaking in on campus.
My high school, I would, skip class and go to theirs because they had open campus lunch. I ate twice because I was there for both lunches. Shout out to my cousin Nikki for first lunch. Shout out to all my
names!
lunch. It's my cousin Nick. It's alright. He's not even your guys' grade.
It's like a fucking hobbit.
I was
First lunch, second
My mom
lunch.
used to send me $20 every 3 months from Denver, and I would go eat with you guys. Well, those guys. You guys are around somewhere.
Madrid knows how to fuck up a great story. I'm fucking crying here.
All
So
right.
if Marvel's listening to us, we are the Avengers from G-Town.
That's Glendale.
Well, apparently at our 20 year, we're going to have quite the posse, so.
We're going to have to rent some dates still.
So you guys just married each other in one big group. Pretty much.
Where your wives at? Fucking. Thing down.
I'm good. Alex, go ahead. You do what you do.
All right. Well, see you next week, I suppose.
Take us home, Sheila.
Peace out, y'all.
Later, guys.
Bye.